More! It's Christmas, that time of year where you get trees. And guess what? Trees are also in video games. So, I'm going to make a nice list on trees in video games. Now there's rules, of course, and those rules are I'm not going to choose individual trees, it's as a series as a whole. So with that out of the way, here are the top 10 trees in video games. So at the number 10 slot, we have Overwatch, and you don't think of trees in Overwatch, but they're there. And you know, people can hide in them, like there's a Bastion right there hiding. And there was also a cool thing they added with the sprays as well. In their cinematic shorts, there's trees. So the trees are number 10 slot because, you know, they have more potential for the future. So at the number 9 slot, we have Super Mario Brothers. And this series, you wouldn't think about trees again. And what we're mainly focusing on is how you can focus on trees. So that's why I got on this slot. But there are a few amount of trees in the game, and you can climb them in most games, like in Galaxy. But the trees are a very nice touch in all the Mario series games. At the number 8 slot, we have Mega Man series. And the Mega Man series, you would think of trees because they have specifically tree levels. And so it makes you think of trees a bit more because of Woodman, pretty much, in Mega Man 2. And it gives the trees a better focus. But it still doesn't clearly bring out the trees as it does in some other games. At numero 7, we have Skyland. And this series has trees and forests, and that makes you focus on trees a bit more in this game, and they look beautiful and stunning. But again, the focus is not on the trees. That's what we're looking for here. Coming in at number 6, we have BanjoKazooie, a series that really does focus on trees with climbing them to get things, beautiful landscapes, and don't forget the tree bosses as well. And, you know, he's a bear. And also, there's a Christmas tree, so it's best for everything. Here at number 5, we have Donkey Kong, and the series really focused on trees this time around, with pretty much the whole game being about trees, and they could be on them, jump on them, and they get their main source of what they want, Donkey Kong Diddy Kong, which is bananas. And it was also in the DK rap, and they've incorporated trees beautifully into their games, and I think Donkey Kong is obviously top 5 in my book. At number 4, we have Animal Crossing, and this series brought the best trees, and you can do a lot with them, like growing them. And in New Leaf, they brought a nice feature where pretty much the end game of completing tree. Also in the anime, they had trees, and I feel like they really focus on trees in Animal Crossing. And in Smash Bros, you know, Builder came with trees, and the trees, you can grow stuff on them too, like money. And the Animal Crossing series focuses a lot on the trees, and that's what I was looking for. At number 3, we have Legend of Zelda. And in this series, you wouldn't typically think of trees, but if you look very close, very close, boo, ha ha ha, anyways, they have Deku trees, and, you know, they have forests, and Link is an elvish figure, so it makes you think of trees. And in Breath of the Wild, you can climb trees, and there's just trees everywhere in Zelda. Maybe since the beginning, but you know, this series really had nice trees ever since the beginning. I don't know why, but it just makes me think of trees every time I think of Zelda. Number 2 is Pokemon, and of course there's a bunch of trees in this game. You can use it for a cut, in either all the games pretty much. There's trees and structures. There's trees everywhere in this game. And in Magikarp Jump, that app, there's trees as well. There's Pokemon trees as well, and there's also stuff you can get from trees in Pokemon, more stuff. There's trees everywhere in Pokemon, and you don't usually think about it, but they can look like people too. And don't forget about all the professors. And guess what? Pokemon Go, you go out with real trees. Pokemon is filled with trees. Alright boys, here it is. Here's number 1. Kirby. Now, in Kirby, you wouldn't think about trees a lot, but there's trees. There are trees. Sorry, I had to break the rules. I'm just talking about Wispy Woods here. It's probably the greatest boss in any games ever. Dude, Wispy Woods is a legend. Mr. Wispy Woods. He's been in every game. Well, that's not him. See him. That's not an individual character, right? Anyways, he's been in every single game. I love this guy. And I'm sorry for breaking rules, but that's how it works on my channel, bros. And this isn't even Kirby, so